A carnival, a kidnapped brother. After many decades of peace and tranquility, the Asuras break the spell, enabling them to teleport into the human realm, and begins a quest where many battles of wit and skills, dangers lurk at every corner, and a brave hero in pursuit of something precious that is lost. Unlike most other video games, the twist in the story isn't just about the journey, but one of self-discovery, selfless sacrifice, and an unwitting hero is born. A hero who is not a man or a boy, but a young girl, who is not your typical protagonist. She is a young Indian girl who must face and overcome the many challenges which will lay ahead in search of a younger brother. This is the story of Raji, an ancient epic. And in many ways, this is our story, Nodding Heads Games, a real-life Raji who faced completely different demons and fought battles of a different kind. I'm sure that each of you will find your versions of Raji in our story. My journey as an artist began in the early 2000s, which feels like a long time ago, but the year we've all had in 2020, it feels like another era. I was studying fine arts at university back then, specializing in painting as a medium. I loved history and traditional arts. The mere concept of organic paints mixed to create timeless moments captured forever in paintings fascinated me. After this, I pursued a diploma in 2D and 3D animation. It was throughout my work as a 3D artist I brought the influence and passion I have for traditional art. The sheer amalgamation of painting and power of technology used in games fascinated me throughout. This fascination was the start of my gaming career. I worked with various studios as character and environment artist. Within years, I moved up the gaming ladder to become an art lead and then an art manager. Need for Speed, Tetris Blitz, Burnout Open World, and Dominator, and VC's Arts Fantastic Four were some of the games where I gained a lot of experience in game development. Although I was one of the few women in the team, this did not hold me back throughout my career. I gained the trust and respect from my colleagues, where the majority so happened to be male. I used to lecture game art at a design college. While working is where I met Ian, my colleague back then and now my husband and co-founder at Nodding Heads Games. Avichal, our third co-founder, was a final year student in the same college. We had mutual love for games as Bastion, Transistor, and Journey. We would talk for hours about the narrative and how much music played a crucial role, and how you've connected emotionally in the protagonist and antagonist, this being their personal struggle set within a greater universe. Heartfelt storytelling, which we passionately believed in. In the course of these conversations, the three of us became friends. And like all friends, we exchanged ideas on what we wanted to do, and how there was a huge gap in gaming when it came to representation of our roots. We wanted to change that as gamers and developers. So much of the creative process is based on asking ourselves, what if? What if we could conceptualize a game that was centered around Indian culture? There's so much to play with. Colors, textures, incredible architecture, and vibrant characters. What if the story was about an epic battle between humans and demons, like a classic Indian tale? Or wouldn't it be better if it was estranged siblings fighting these demons? Or even better, a young girl with a kindred spirit saves the day. We knew we had something incredible then. We all had full-time jobs, so we worked on the concept in our own time. It took us 2 years to flesh out the idea and conceptualize it well enough to actually think of quitting our jobs to start off on our own and find the funding for Raji and Ancient Epic. There was a lot of uncertainty, but we knew that it was time to take the plunge. And so in 2017, we started Nodding Heads Games. There were 7 of us working on Raji day and night, and it took us 10 months to develop the proof of concept. In gaming, as in technology, the proof of concept is absolutely necessary to effectively sell one's idea. For Nodding Heads, an Indian indie studio, it was even more important because we had to prove that we could deliver a quality game of international standards with compelling gameplay and distinct art. I had to prove that as a woman game developer, I was doing something nobody else have done, challenging gender barriers and defeating stereotypes throughout my work. To sustain Raji's development, we chose to crowdfund via Kickstarter. The idea was exciting. Who wouldn't want to be a part of it? But to our disbelief, we didn't make it to the goal and unfortunately cancelled our Kickstarter campaign. We were devastated, but had also learnt a very important lesson. Making a great product is half the battle won, but reaching the right audience is absolutely crucial as well. Raji and our story ran in parallel from that moment on. We were both underrepresented and needed someone to believe in what we were capable of. Like Raji fought Asuras and forged her way through tough situations, the team persisted and kept pushing forward despite setbacks. I even sold my apartment to fund the game. Just as we were running out of options, we received a dev grant from Epic Games, creators of iconic video games like Fortnite. Their grant is for creators using Unreal Engine, one of the most powerful game engines in the industry. That grant brought Raji back to life. It brought us back to life. We dedicated ourselves to developing the game, got an opportunity to showcase it in international gaming forums. Raji and Ancient Epic started picking up momentum among the global gaming community. It also got nominated for the Games Award, one of the most prestigious awards in the video games industry, with well-known tech companies on its advisory board. And today, Raji is available on Nintendo Switch, PC, and all major consoles. It's the first time that an Indian game developer have been featured on Nintendo Indie World Showcase. Looking back on my journey and think that if I had the chance to do anything differently in realizing the vision that is Raji, I would still probably do all the things I did. They made me who I am, a woman with a few firsts to her name. The first to create an Indian indie game on a global platform with an incredible and talented team. The first Indian studio to make an Indian girl the hero of a video game. Now that I have done what I set out to do, has my tale come to an end? Absolutely not. I'm passionate about what I do. I love the challenges that this industry poses and creating stylistic visuals. We had a vision for Raji, and we are going to continue making her bolder, stronger, fiercer in her mission to protect what she loves. That's where I see similarities between Raji and me, Raji and all of us. It's our story as women, ordinary girls rising to the situation, facing foes, battling demons, and becoming the heroes of our own story. So while I continue helping my Raji conquer the impossible and help her reach her destination, my question to all of you is, when will you let your inner Raji be the hero that she's meant to be? Thank you for listening to me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the event.